I was born in Boulder, Colorado, and at 5 years old, I had a really, really sweet relationship with Jesus. I understood what he did for me, and I would cry myself to sleep at night sometimes for the people that didn't know him. I mean, it was just so pure and so sweet. But I was a preacher's kid, and in being a preacher's kid, there's, I think, a lot of expectations put on you. And what I saw in the church was a lot of hypocrisy. And I saw that these people were coming to church and being super Christian, but their lives were not matching that. But they were absolutely judging my family for the same things. And I knew that I had my faith, but I didn't feel like I could explore that without judgment. I didn't feel like I could ask questions. I would be like, why does the church do that? Where does it say in the Bible, that such and such is wrong? And then in college, I remember opening up to some of my Christian girlfriends and telling them some things that were on my heart. And I was betrayed by that information. They took it and whispered. And that, I think, was one of the biggest turning points for me, as I was like, man, I love Jesus, but I do not love his people very much. And it pulled me farther and farther away from the church. But I never lost my faith in Jesus. I'm a theater person. I started theater at a young age, and so I decided that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to pursue that. I went to college for that. And then from there, I went to Los Angeles, of course, because that's where you become famous as an actress. And I thought, that's my ministry. That's where I want to go because those are my people. Like, I get along with a bunch of misfits. And so sure, I was a light in the darkness because I had Jesus in my life, but I definitely was not influencing anybody, and I was being more influenced. But it felt really empty, and I think alcohol helped numb that. Deep down, I knew that the alcohol was becoming a problem for me because I needed that to numb, and I needed that to be the life of the party. But then there was a time where I was like, I think I'm done with LA. I think I need a fresh start. I was able to transfer to Asheville, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna break free from the LA scene and hopefully find a good community, and like the place was gonna fix that for me. But I was still bringing myself, and everything that came with it, and I started drinking more, and there was so much shame in that because it had a hold on me that I couldn't understand as a smart person how I could let it get to where it was at and then not be able to stop. And I had to make a change, and I needed alcohol out of my life. And I was like, I need to do something really big and scary. I need to commit to a whole year of no drinking. Six months in, I was like, okay, I'm starting to feel normal. I'm starting to see the beauty in life again, and I know it was all Jesus. And then I was like, okay, I really need to get to know Jesus. And so I bought the 1-year Bible, which takes a piece of the Old Testament, a piece of the New, a Psalms and a Proverbs. And I was like, I can do that. And so I started seeing the bigger picture. I started seeing how everything in the Old Testament was pointing to Jesus. And I never had made that connection before. And I was just like, this is great. Then halfway through the year, I realized I needed community. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this again. I've been passing by Reach Life Church for years. And I was like, well, I could, dip my toe in and just see how it's gonna go. And I didn't go in with the judgment that I had before. I went in realizing that I was judging as much as I felt judged. I was judging in reverse, and realized that no church is perfect because we are not perfect people. And I am grateful for the community that has embraced me and my weirdness, and I have surrendered myself to God's will, and his will is for me to be in community, and I'm super grateful for that. And I see that working in my life because I am allowing myself to ask for help. I'm allowing myself to ask questions, and there's a freedom in asking questions and not feeling judged. And that feels really good, and I am forever grateful for Him not delivering me instantly from my addiction, because I know that the struggles I have had give me empathy for those that are going through it now, and I know that that will only help in guiding people that are going through that to God, because I can't even imagine having to go through any of that without having God with me.